Hi, how you guys doing out there? Um, I just want to say that I just was came across this YouTube channel called The History Debunk, and it was telling about ancient African civilization. So I thought it was something positive, but instead it was this negative white Englishman just saying some stereotypical stuff about Africa. His name is Simon Ribbs. I'm Simon. Yeah, Rib, whatever the name is. I don't really care. But point what he says that he was talking about art. Talking about comparing it 12th century Italian art of Florence compared to the artwork in simple unsophisticated society in in the heart of Central Africa. You can try and compare, seeing like European and Asian artwork is superior. And you mentioned about Africans in having you writing. The buildings are, still stand. You could see European achievement everywhere in Europe, but you can't see any African achievement. I guess you forgot about the pyramids and the Sphinx. But oh yeah, I forgot. He doesn't consider them as African civilization. He don't consider them as black, even though Herodotus in the 5th century BC, when he visited Egypt, he said that the people there have black skin, woolly hair. That's in his book, The History, in the second chapter, on number 104, and on page number 104. He said that the Egyptians were black skin and woolly hair. And then an ancient Egyptian scribe named Hunufu said that his people, the Egyptians, came from south, from the land of the mountain of the moon, which is in Kilimanjaro and Mount Kenya. Okay, well, by the way, I really pissed me off saying that there was no civilization, no writing until the European arrived. He mentioned, somebody mentioned about Mali, but he said that the Temple of Mali, the mosque, the large mosque in Jenin, in Mali, was built by the French because because when they arrived, they saw the African Muslim praying outside of this ruin. When you say this pile of mud, and the French said, "Well, how about just build a mosque for them?" Even though I don't know how accurate is it to that. I don't know, because they do renovation on the mosque. It can't be on the original form like for so many centuries. But the thing that contradicting his statement is saying that African didn't have no writing, but then since they were Muslims, so they have to have somebody who could read the Quran. Who everybody knows about Ethiopia. The Ethiopia have their own writing system. The Vea people in Sierra Leone and Liberia, the Bamu people in Cameroon. Other people have their own written civilization. The Dengwa people. The Mandinka people in Mali would use Arabic words. But the truth is that writing invented by Africans. because according to Bruce Williams from Chicago University, he discovered that with this other guy, other Englishman, that he discovered that white invented from Africa. Like we heard about hieroglyphic, where the Egyptian copied from a most ancient civilization called Tasseti, which also then in history become Nubian or Cushites people. Okay, I'm getting tired here. Sorry, man. I'm getting sleepy. But I just say, but all I could say is that you should know your truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8 verse 32 from the Bible. People say, why are you quoting from the Bible? It's the white man's religion, white man's Bible. Is it? Is it really everything is from the white man? We got okay. Maybe the King James version is from the King James, a Scottish man who used to rule the United Kingdom in 1611. But originally from like the Bible, you know, the oldest Bible is not the Vatican Bible or the Greeks. It's really the Giza Bible in Ethiopia is older than any European Bible. You should know the truth will set you free. Jesus, used to live in Africa. Check it out. You could check it out in Matthew 2, verse not 14, 15. That then when during the persecution, Jesus' parents, Mary and Joseph, sent him to Kemet, which is called Egypt, and he lived there for some time. So like people that can say, it's white man's religion, but okay, people on the internet they don't say, oh, it's white man's technology or drive a car's white man's or cell phone, which is not 100% true. It's like saying the white man's invent the gun, which they never did. They develop it to make it more dominant, but they didn't invent no gun. The Chinese invented about 1050. But other people say like Sheikh Diab say that the ancient Egyptians have a way of using gunpowder to make explosions during the ancient Egyptian ceremonies. Wow. Right. So, first philosopher was not the Thales. Of course, not Socrates. The first one was in Kemet, Egypt. Yeah. Eat, drink. Yeah, Imhotep. Imhotep is the first philosopher in recorded history. Reading history. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we should die. The passages of his philosophy is in the Bible, man. I'm serious. And people also got to realize, even like in Psalms and Proverbs, some of them came from ancient African philosophers and writers from Kemet.